Let's do this, friends. So I will mute you. And then if you do want to put on any music or anything like that in your own space, feel free. Let's just go ahead and start all the way down on our backs today. So go ahead and lay down. And as you lay down, just stretch your arms and your legs nice and long. So full body stretch. And eventually come to constructive rest pose. So feet on the ground with your knees bent. And then feet nice and wide. Take them all the way out to the width of your mat. And kind of let your knees fall in towards each other. And if they touch, that's okay. If they don't touch, that's okay. Neither one is right or wrong. An invitation to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. Just close your eyes. And really allow your body to melt and relax into the ground as much as possible. Just start to feel everything there is to feel in your own space. So wherever you are at, maybe you notice sounds, maybe you notice the temperature, maybe you notice just the sensation of the ground underneath you. Is it soft? Is it hard? So really fully arriving. And then invitation to take 3 rounds of what's called the Loma breath with me. So start by just exhaling all the way to emptiness. Inhale all the way up, get as full as you can and hold at the top. And it will be a 3-part exhale. So exhale just a third of the air out and pause. And then let another third of the air out and pause. And then last third all the way to empty. Hold in emptiness for a split second. Inhale, fill up as big as you can. Everything expands, inflates. Hold in that fullness. 3-part exhale. So exhale 1/3 of the air out and pause. Another third, pause. All the way to emptiness. Take it to the very, very bottom. Hold in emptiness for just a moment. And last round, great big inhale. Everything gets bigger. You take up more space physically, energetically. Hold in fullness. And then slowly, 1/3, let it out. Pause. 2/3. Pause. All the way to emptiness. Hold in that emptiness. And then just great big inhale. And this time, huge sigh out your mouth. Ah. Good job, you guys. And start to drop in now to Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. See if you can start to create that whisper noise as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And if you're feeling really good here and you just want to stay here a little longer or a lot longer, that is totally fine with me. If you're ready to start moving, go ahead and lift your feet up and hug your knees in. Rock a little bit from side to side. So you could wrap your hands around your shins or just grab hold of your kneecaps or even the backs of your thighs. So side to side, give your low back a little massage. And then come back to neutral. Set your feet on the ground with your knees bent. And let's set up for a bridge pose. So arms down by your sides. All of your toes face forward. And make sure your ankles and your heels are pretty much just straight down from your knees. So you should be able to kind of graze the backs of your heels with your middle fingers. Exhale, pull your belly button down and scoop your tailbone up. This is called a posterior pelvic tilt. As you inhale, anterior pelvic tilt. Press your tailbone down and let your low back lift. So a few times, just back and forth through this posterior and anterior pelvic tilt. So start to feel that motion in your pelvis and start to feel as you transition between these two, right there in the very middle. That's kind of the sweet spot that we want to aim for most of the time. So like when we're just standing in life, we're going for that nice and neutral, that happy medium. Next time you exhale, your belly button pulls down and your tailbone lifts. Inhale to peel your spine off of your mat. And once you are in your bridge pose, you've got about 5 breaths and you do whatever you want to. Take it however you'd like. So you could interlace your fingers, you could take robot arms, you could even take a restorative bridge if you've got a block or something of the like at your house. Use it underneath your sacrum. Keep pressing down through the back of your head. Press down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet. Hug in with your inner thighs. So imagine you've got an invisible yoga block in between your inner thighs and you're squeezing it. Take one more big, huge breath in your bridge. And then stay in your bridge, but from wherever you're at, just bring your arms so they're reaching straight up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Take one more inhale, lift your hips. Keep your arms reaching straight up and slowly, slowly, slowly lower all the way down. And then once you're back in a neutral spine position, reach your arms out to both sides or goalpost your arms against the ground. And then with your feet nice and wide, mat width distance apart, windshield wiper your shins. So slowly go side to side, or windshield wiper your knees, I guess I should say. And go slow so you can really feel here. The slower you go, the more you will notice, the more you will feel, and then the more you can explore. Okie dokie, take 1, maybe 2 more rounds. And then come back to center. Hug your knees in. And if you want to, you can do this your own way. You don't have to rock and roll, but invitation to rock and roll along your spine a few times. Rock it forward, rock it back, and then eventually just rock up, cross your ankles, and bring your hands to the ground in front of you. Come forward to hands and knees. So maybe you kind of crawl back, get nice and centered on your mat. And once you are just in your tabletop position, move any way your body would like to move. So intuitive, explorative movement, no right or wrong. And the more you can get out of your head, the better. So not judging, am I doing this right? Do I look weird? What is Katie doing? Let all of that go. Just feel your own body. Listen to your own breath. Get curious about what your body might be telling you. What sensations are there? What energies there? What emotions there? All right, friends, let's take about 3, 4, 5 more breaths, just moving in this way. And then as you're ready, downward facing dog. So as you find your way back to down dog, spread your fingers nice and wide. Root into the ground with the pads of your fingertips. So almost even imagine you're a gecko holding onto a screen door. So grip with your fingertips. You might bend your knees a lot for this first down dog, or maybe it feels good just to walk it out. Big, spacious breath. Take one more big inhalation into your down dog. As you exhale, look to the top of your mat, forward fold, however you'd like to get there. Once you arrive, bring your feet out a little wider than your hips and keep all of your toes facing forward. Ragdoll pose, grab opposite elbows and just kind of sway or bob or bounce. Try not to rock back into your heels and lock out your knees, but do the opposite. Little bend in your knees, weight slightly forward, lift your butt up, lift your sit bones up. Feel your core engage. Take one last huge breath. Let your arms relax down. Keep your head and your arms heavy, and as slow as you can, roll up to stand one vertebra at a time. Super, super, super slow roll. And then only at the very, very, very top does your head stack. Once your head stacks, roll your shoulders up, back, and down a few times. If you've got your feet really wide, feel free to adjust. So maybe you bring your feet in a little closer. Maybe you even like traditional stance with big toes touching. Eventually, shoulders roll back and down. Open your palms to face forward. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Be here and breathe. So just feel whatever there is to feel. Simply as you stand, invitation to close your eyes, go inward. Ujjayi breath, slow, steady, spacious. Next time you inhale, take your arms to the sky. And with your exhalation, hinge at your hips, dive down slowly. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Top of your push-up, take just a moment and find your strength. So take an inhale as you push the ground away and exhale, lower for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, baby cobra, stay low. Point your elbows back. Exhale, lower. Spider-Man cobra, bring your hands out wide on your fingertips, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift, tone your belly to protect low back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, one more back bend variation. This one is your choice, so you choose where you'd like to go. And then we'll meet in a tabletop position, hands and knees. So hands and knees, bring your knees at least hips width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. And invitation to gate your left leg out to the left. So extend your left leg out, and it's like you're in a half wide-legged straddle. Your toes face forward, sole of your foot presses into the ground. Take your right arm out to the right, all the way up towards the sky. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, thread your right arm underneath. Reach, reach, reach. Come down to rest gently on the outside of your shoulder and the outside of your head. And then take some big, deep breaths. Any way you want to work this pose. And if you have your left leg extended out, you don't like it, you can just bring your left knee back to the ground, no big deal. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. And if you happen to have your left hand lifted, bring your left hand back to the ground. Next time you inhale, unthread your right arm. Reach it out, reach it all the way up, open up. Exhale, right hand down. Pick up your left foot, so even if you didn't have it extended, reach your left leg back, and then left toes off the right edge of your yoga mat. Pull your hips to the left, gaze back over your right shoulder, so look back at your tiptoes. And you can kind of lean into it, feel into it, breathe into it, find something that feels juicy here. Bring it back to tabletop, hands and knees, and then take it back to downward facing dog. All right, fire up your Ujjayi breath and inhale right leg to the sky. Exhale as soft as you can. Bring your right foot all the way up to the top of your space. And then we're going to take a warrior one. So back heel pivots down. I think we did this last Tuesday. Back heel pivots down, or maybe it was last Thursday. I don't know. All my classes blend together. Rise up. So your back toes are facing slightly out to the left and slightly forward. And your front toes are facing directly forward. Feet are on 2 railroad tracks. And then think of pulling your front hip back, drawing your back hip forward like you're trying to square your hips. Little tone in your belly. Lift your heart. Reach your arms up and maybe even lift your gaze. Yes. Take one more big inhale into your warrior one. As you exhale, bring your right forearm behind your back across your low back. And then see if you can create a little back bend coming from your mid to your upper spine. So puff up your chest, curl open. It doesn't have to be great big. Take one more big inhalation, puff up your heart, feel that space. And then as you exhale, just come back to a neutral spine, bring your left arm back behind you, clasp your hands. So fingers are interlaced, roll both of your shoulders back and down. If you can, reach your hands back. And then leading with your heart, bow to the inside of your right knee, humble warrior. Drop your right knee towards your pinky toe and press into the outer edges of both feet. Draw your chin towards your chest, navel towards your spine. Round your back, hollow out your belly. One more inhale, lift your knuckles up. As you exhale, hands to low back. Bring your fingertips to the ground, so release your clasp. Now walk your hands over to the left long edge of your mat and adjust your feet as needed. So feet, now, all 10 toes face forward, and your feet are on a balance beam. So like a balance beam from the front to the back of your mat. Halfway lift position as you inhale. And exhale, you can either work a fold or maybe there's some way you want to play or explore here. Go for it. Take about 5 big breaths. Anytime you need, big open mouth sigh. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees if you need to. And then walk your hands to the top of your space. You're in a low lunge position. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hold and bow. Lead with your heart, reverse swan dive to stand. Use your strong core, reach up. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, slow dive all the way down. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. Take one big inhale as you push the ground away. Come to your knees if you want. Lower slowly for 3, 2, 1. Baby cobra, stay low. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Spider-Man cobra. Fingertips on the ground, elbows face to the sky. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more back bend. This one is up to you. And then meet up in a tabletop position, hands and knees. Actually, for a moment, let's just sit back into child's pose. So knees wide or knees together or somewhere in between. Just rest, ground, breathe. All right, tabletop, hands and knees. Knees a little bit wider than your hips. An invitation if you want to get your right leg out to the right. So extend right leg out, toes face forward, and sole of your foot on the ground. Left arm out to the left, all the way up as high as you can reach. Inhale. And then as you exhale, thread it through. So reach, 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 and then gently rest down outside of your shoulder and head. Work it however you want to on this side. And if you do not like having your right leg extended, then just set your right knee back down, no biggie. I think I'm going to do that actually. Big deep breaths. All right, if you do happen to have your right hand lifted, bring it back down. On an inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it out, reach it all the way up, and then left hand down. Extend your right leg back, so whether or not you had it extended out to the right, reach it back, and then take your right toes off the left edge of your mat. Pull your hips over to the right and gaze back over your left shoulder so your right side gets nice and long. And you can move around here and try to find something nice and juicy. Breathe into it, lean into it. Back to tabletop, and then back to downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot all the way up to the top of your space. Warrior one stance. So back heel pivots down. And then take your time to rise. Feet on two train tracks. Your right toes face slightly out to the right, slightly forward. Work your hips towards square. So they might not become completely square, but that's the action you're trying to create. Little tone in your belly, lift in your heart. And then slow, steady breath as you feel everything there is to feel in your warrior one. Soft through your jaw, soft through your forehead. Nothing is forced or aggressive. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, bring your left arm behind your back. So forearm across your low back. And see if you can create just the slightest back bend. Puff up your chest, gaze up. So not collapsing your head back, but extending back. There's strength in the sides of your neck. Tone your belly. Pull your left butt cheek back, your right hip forward. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, come back to a neutral spine. Bring your right arm behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. And reach your hands back behind you. Humble warrior. As you are ready, bow to the inside of your left knee. If you want, you can walk your left foot a little wider towards the width, towards the long edge of your mat. Chin towards your chest, navel towards your spine. So your back is rounding, but the front of your shoulders are opening because you're lifting your knuckles behind you. Lift them high. Press into the outer edges of both feet. Breathe. Last huge full body breath. Humble warrior. Bottom of your exhale, hands to low back, release, fingertips to the ground. Walk your hands to the right long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs, adjust as needed so your feet are on a balance beam that goes from the front to the back of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Wherever you want to go as you breathe out, so fold or explore. All right, next breath or two, start to wrap it up. Halfway lift as you inhale. Fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees if you need to and walk your hands forward. So low lunge and then just step forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Spine long, side bodies long. Exhale, fold. Let's roll up, let your arms and your head hang heavy. Slow, 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 slow roll. That is the very, very last thing to lift and stack. And then once your head stacks, roll your shoulders out. Shoulders roll back and down. Palms face forward, open and receptive, mountain pose, Tadasana. Close your eyes and feel from the inside. Does anything feel even a little bit different than it did a few moments ago when we were standing here? Is there more awareness in your body, more energy in your body? Maybe, maybe not, no judgment. Just curiosity, just observation. Turn your Ujjayi breath back on if you've lost it. Next time you inhale, arms to the sky, high mountain. And exhale, hinge at your hips, stick your butt out and dive down slowly, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, top of your push-up. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, slowly lower for 3. Strong arms, 2. Strong belly, and 1. Baby cobra, lift, but stay low. So use your back straight. Exhale, lower. Spider-Man cobra, wide with your hands up on your fingertips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more back bend. This one is all yours. And meet in a child's pose. Sit back and rest. And it might feel good in your child's pose to kind of swivel your hips side to side or roll your forehead side to side against your mat. All right. Rise up 2 hands and knees, and then find your way into either a kneeling position if that feels okay for you. But if kneeling doesn't work for you for whatever reason, just a comfortable seated position. So as comfortable you can get in a seat. And Leslie kind of made me think of Kundalini, so we're going to do a few little Kundalini breathwork exercises just to really get the prana flowing through, the energy flowing through. So first one, fingertips to your shoulders, point your elbows straight out. And all you're going to do, you're going to inhale, turn to your left, exhale, turn to your right. And it's like you're sniffing strongly through your nose. So it's not Ujjayi breath, it's through your nose. And it's kind of, I don't want to say forceful, but it is powerful. So like this. Make it come from your center, from your waistline. And see if you can just move your arms with your trunk. So your arms aren't moving on their own. You're moving your entire upper body together. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let your arms rest down or hands in your lap and just soak in the residue for a moment. Soft through your face. Let your shoulders melt down away from your ears. Lengthen the back of your neck. And feel all that energy flowing through you. Blink your eyes open. And if you need to adjust your seat at all, if you're uncomfortable, take a moment to adjust. So I might even just adjust into easy pose. And this is a pranayama exercise. This one is just called Bhastrika breath or bellows breath. So what you're going to do, you make fists, but they don't have to be really forceful fists, just nice and gentle fists down by your shoulders. You're going to inhale, reach up, open your fists, big inhale, and then exhale, you'll close your fists and pull down. And the inhale and the exhale are both emphasized, and it's in through the nose, out through the mouth. So I'll start, you join me whenever you're ready. It looks like this. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Let's go for 10. Ha. 9, 8, ha. 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach up, interlace your fingers, steeple your index fingers, hold in fullness. Get as full as you can, hold, hold, hold. See if you can find Mula Bandha at your root lock. Squeeze everything, squeeze everything. Hold, hold, hold. Sip in more, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And let everything go. Ah, maybe you kind of shake it out. For a moment, just sit and soak it in. Feel the length in the back of your neck. Feel the length in your spine. Feel the space in between your shoulders and let your shoulders soften a bit. And feel yourself as an energetic being. All right, we're gonna do 2 more rounds. I just decided that breathwork is fun, and it's my choice today, so I'm doing it. All right, so I'm coming back into a kneeling position. You can adjust your seat if you need. And we're gonna do that same one we did first, but this time we're going to inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. So same thing, just switching it up. Join me when you're ready. See if you can feel the twist coming right from your waistline, right from your center. So it's not just your arms moving, but your entire upper body, your entire upper torso. Inhale right, exhale left. Powerful sniffs in and out through your nose. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, elbows out, 2, and 1. Let it go, rest. Feel whatever there is to feel and just soak it in for a moment. All that energy inside of you, all that prana, life force. Okay, blink your eyes open if they're not already, and one more time if you want to adjust your seat, adjust your seat. All right, this last one is going to be breath of fire. If breath of fire hasn't clicked for you or you don't know how to do it, you can absolutely go back to that first one, bellows breath instead. And then with breath of fire, you can either bring your hands to your belly or invitation to add. This is from Kundalini. It's almost like you're doing a thumbs up mudra, and you're just taking your arms out like this. This is called ego eradicating mudra. So you'll hold your arms like this, but if you'd rather, hands to your belly, it's just fine. So if your shoulders are hurting, maybe hands to your belly. And breath of fire is just a strong exhale, kind of like you're getting punched in the gut over and over. So your belly goes in, breath comes out. Shh, 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 shh. You can also think of it like a dog panting. Ha, 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 ha. But the inhale just happens on its own. It's like a bouncing back. So we'll do about 50 pumps or so. I'll start. Join me when you're ready. And if you need to go faster or slower than me, totally fine. So inhale and reach your arms up if you want to take Ego Eradicator. And here we go. Shh, 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 shh. Through mouth or nose is just fine. Whatever works best. Shh, 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 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands together overhead, interlace, steeple index, hold at the top of your inhale. Get as full as you can. Hold Mula Bandha, root lock. Everything holds, squeezes, get taller. Maybe breathe in a little, sip extra, squeeze. And let it out. You can kind of shake it out if you want. Soak in the residue. Be still for a moment and notice. Feel all that power down in your belly. All the awareness of your solar plexus. Nice job, you guys. As you are ready, invitation to lower all the way down onto your back. And once you're on your back, bring the soles of your feet together and open your knees wide. If this bothers your low back, scoot your feet a little further away from your upper body. If you would rather just rest here, that's fine with me. Otherwise, bring your arms out to your sides, palms pressed down. They don't have to be straight out to your sides, just somewhere out to your sides. Press the soles of your feet and especially your heels really firmly together. Lift your butt up. As you lift your butt up, try to press your knees towards the ground and lift your hips higher. So it's as if somebody is pressing your knees down and you're trying to press against them. Lift your hips up. Breathe. We'll be here for about 7 to 10 more breaths. So we're going to hold this for a moment. Be with it. Squeeze your glutes. Notice whatever there is to notice. Squeeze, lift, breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Lift higher, squeeze. 2, 1. Let it go. Lift your knees up. Constructive rest pose. So feet wide, knees fall in. Right back where we began, invitation to bring one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. And just like we did at the very beginning of our practice, I'll guide you through 3 rounds of Viloma breath. So all the way to empty, exhale, and then inhale as big as you can, fill up, hold, 3-part exhalation, exhale 1/3 of the way, pause. The next 1/3 of the way, pause. And the final 1/3 all the way to empty. Pause in emptiness and begin again. Great big inhale. Hold in fullness, feel all that space inside of you. 1/3, exhale. 2/3, exhale. Empty all the way out, all the way to empty, hold in emptiness. 1 more time, fill up as big as you can and hold. Hold, hold, hold. And just 1/3 of the way, let it out, pause. Another 1/3, pause. Final 1/3 all the way to emptiness, pause in emptiness. Fill up, inhale. Send it all the way down into your pelvic bowl. Out your mouth, let it go. All right, friends, walk your feet in so they're about hips width distance. And then we're going to take a supine pigeon today. So extend your right leg straight up. Dorsal flexion through your toes. Flex your toes back towards your shin. And then outer right ankle, top of your left thigh, figure 4. If this feels like enough, stay right here. If you want more, lift your left foot and thread your hands through your figure 4. Grab hold behind your left thigh. As you pull in with your arms, rather than rounding your back, resist with your legs and try to keep a nice neutral spine position. And then take some big, deep breaths. You can rock side to side if you want to. And this is only if you have pretty open hips and you want more intensity, but please don't force this. This is like a cow face pose on your back. So if you would like, you can cross your knees, so your right knee now stacks over your left knee, and then reach up and grab the outer edges of your feet or your ankles. Pull in, so you're pulling your feet towards you, but you're pressing away with your legs. Try not to sickle or twist your ankles, so keep your feet flexed and active, your ankles strong. And if this feels like a bit much, maybe you stick with just that figure 4, totally fine. So please don't force it. If you force it, it won't do anything good for your body. It will only increase the odds of you possibly injuring yourself. So don't force it. Slow, subtle change over time is what our body's meant for, not big, huge change all at once. Take about 3 or 4 more deep breaths. And then if you're in that supine cow face pose, you kind of have to come back to a figure 4. From figure 4, set your left foot down, extend your right leg straight up. This time point your toes. This is called plantar flexion. Leslie learned this in her yoga teacher training the other day. Slowly lower your right leg all the way down. Keep your toes pointed. Slowly, 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 slowly. And then once your leg is on the ground, you can let go of that point. Do whatever feels good with your foot. Draw your left knee up towards your armpit. Squeeze it in and up. If you can, bring your hands around the front of your left shin. If that's too much, back of your left thigh is perfectly fine. So squeeze in, up, and out towards your left armpit. Take a big, huge Buddha belly breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Full body stretch. Take your left leg out next to right leg and both arms overhead. As you reach long, notice if your back ribs lift a lot. And if so, see if you can press your back ribs down. So finding a more neutral spine as you elongate. Take one more inhale. Then exhale, do whatever you want with your arms. Bring your feet to the ground, knees bent. Extend your left leg up, dorsal flexion. Flex your toes back towards your shin. See if you can get even your little baby pinky toe to flex back. And then figure 4, supine pigeon. Right foot can stay down, or right foot can lift, grab hold behind right thigh. Or cow face variation, your left knee stacks on top of right. You grab your outer ankles or the outer edges of your feet, but don't pull on your ankles and twist them. Keep your feet active, your ankles strong. Pull in with your arms, but resist with your legs. So neutral spine is what we're going for, not a rounded back. Breathe. Open mouth exhales at any time. We'll be here for about 5 more breaths. You can rock side to side. And if you're in that cow face variation, come back to a figure 4. If your right foot is lifted, set your right foot back on the ground. Extend your left leg straight up. Plantar flexion through your toes, so like you're pointing your toes. And then slow, 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 lower your left leg down with your toes pointed. Slowly, slowly. Once your left leg is on the ground, you can relax that point. Hug your right knee up towards your right armpit, hands around the front of your shin if you can. If that's too much back of your thigh, it's just fine. Squeeze your right knee in, up, and out towards your armpit as you take a couple big Buddha belly breaths. And this one, I never say the name of it because it's called wind removing pose. But since you guys are at home, maybe you can let some wind be removed from your body. I just can't say it. It's just too funny. I'll just start laughing and then the whole class will bust up. It's just. All right, release, full body stretch. I should say it, I guess, because maybe laughter is medicine sometimes, huh? All right, draw your knees in, my friends, rock side to side, and then eventually just turn this into a happy baby pose. Grab hold of your feet, pull down with your arms, press up through your heels, flex your toes back, dorsal flexion. And try your best to neutralize your spine. If you want, you can extend one leg, then the other leg. It's almost like you've got a bow and arrow. You're pulling one in, you're extending one. And if there is anything else you're feeling, anything else your body is calling for you guys, then take a moment to move through it. If you need some quick core work before hitting Shavasana, now is your time. If you need any sort of stretching, go for it. Anything I didn't get that your body's like, please. If you're ready for Shavasana, you can just go straight into your Shavasana. So as you find your way into your final relaxation, just let your breath be effortless. Let go of any control, any efforting. Just let your body breathe you. This is just a little reading as you guys melt into your Shavasana. It's just a little excerpt from a poem by David White. It's called Start Close In. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing, close in, the step you don't want to take. Start with the ground you know, the pale ground beneath your feet, your own way to begin the conversation. Start with your own question. Give up on other people's questions. Don't let them smother something simple. Start close in. So these last few moments, see if you can allow yourself to just be close in. Nowhere to go, nothing to accomplish, nothing to fix, nothing to control. Just be right here with yourself. Notice and feel. Meet yourself where you are at right now. Shavasana. invitation, if you would like, for one last round of that Viloma breath. And this time we're going to take a 3-part inhale and then a slow 10-second exhale all the way to emptiness. And that exhale, invitation, if you'd like to take it through your teeth. So it would sound like this as you exhale, almost like a hissing noise. So start by exhaling all the way to emptiness. And if you want, one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Inhale just 1/3 of the way up and pause. Inhale 2/3 of the way up and pause. Inhale, fill up as big as you can and hold. Slow exhale through your teeth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the very, very bottom and begin again. Low belly, low back. Inhale, pause. Mid ribs, mid back, mid abdomen, pause. And then all the way up, fill up as big as you can, hold in that fullness. Slowly through your teeth, let it go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the very, very bottom. And last round, low belly, low back, hips, pelvis, mid ribs, mid back, side bodies. Fill up as big as you can with breath. Hold, fill all that space inside of you and slow release for 10 through your teeth. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to empty. And then one big sigh. Inhale, let it out. Start to wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, maybe a big full body stretch. And eventually roll to either side in a fetal position. And just let your practice kind of soak in. Maybe there's some way you even visualize it. And using your arms, guide yourself up into a seat. So gather your hands to your heart. Prayer hands are one palm stacked on top of the other, and bow your head to your heart in acknowledgement. Just thank yourself for taking the time out of your day, setting it aside to be with yourself, to connect with yourself, to feel your body, listen to your breath. Just get curious about your inner world a little bit more. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. Okie dokie artichokes. Thank you, my friends. For wonderful stuff y'all day. You guys are awesome.
Thanks, Katie.
Thanks for indulging me. I love when it's teacher's choice, then I just do everything I want to do, and you guys are along for the ride.
That was awesome.
Have a good one. Oh, I'll be here Thursday, so I'll see you Thursday. For Kim.
See
Bye.
you then.